So I wanted to talk about a piece of music which I love having on when I'm praying or meditating or just want a bit of downtime, and that piece is Fantasia on a Theme by Thomas Tallis, and that's written by Vaughan Williams, who's a 20th century English composer. Thomas Tallis was a medieval 16th century composer who wrote a lot of religious music, including a sung setting of the Psalms in English. So that was the theme on which Vaughan Williams then based his Fantasia. I really love Vaughan Williams's treatment of English religious music. He was born into a religious family. His dad was an Anglican vicar, so he obviously grew up with a lot of exposure to the English traditional choral song tradition that we're so lucky to have in this country. Some really beautiful music's come out of that. The interesting thing about Vaughan Williams, he was such a fantastic composer. He grew up in that very traditional setting and had a lot of exposure to that. When he moved away from home, he actually declared himself to be an atheist for a couple of years. But fortunately for us who love his religious music, he then settled into a way of belief of being agnostic. He continued to go to church, and he set and arranged religious music. And this piece in particular is so beautiful, and I can really hear a lot of respect for the kind of traditional English elegant choral song. Thomas Tallis's piece is beautiful. It's a sung setting of a psalm, which I said it's Psalm number 2, so have a listen to that at some point as well. The piece of music itself is in Phrygian mode. So that's a medieval mode. Because of when the piece was written, it was quite early in terms of music making. We hadn't confirmed our major and minor tonalities. So Phrygian mode to modern ears, it sounds a little bit mysterious. It's a bit major, a bit minor, a bit more minor to be honest, but it's very beautiful, very elegant, very melodic. So you have to bear in mind that when it was being written, that was the norm. It wouldn't have sounded old or old-fashioned. That was a very contemporary mode. But obviously for Vaughan Williams' ears and for us listening to it now, it does have that slightly mystical feel to it, which I think Vaughan Williams has done a lot with actually, and it's worked really successfully because he's treated it in a way that is very respectful of the history and the tradition of what's come out of this country, which is lovely to be able to listen to. So in a way it's a meeting of kind of minds 400, 500 years apart, two very different belief systems as well and ways of expressing their religion, and I think it's probably something that we could all benefit from listening to, and put it on next time you want some music to pray to.